Whether you are a Christian, Muslim, atheist, whatever you may be, you likely already have your own preconceived notions about what it means to be a man, what it means to be masculine. And if you believe in the Bible, you likely already know that the Bible tells men to be strong. God told Joshua to be strong and courageous. These are considered maybe traditional masculine traits, but there is one surprising quality that God desires in a man. God sees as masculine that we don't talk about enough, but today that's going to stop. We are going to talk about it. But first, my name is Ethan, and this is the Redeemed Pill, where my goal is to encourage you to use your God-given masculinity for His glory and for the greater good of those around you. So the verse that we're looking at today is Proverbs 19:22. And the reason we're in Proverbs 19 is because today is July 19th. And whatever day of the month it is, I've been taking a verse from that proverb and sharing it with you guys. I do this every weekday. So if that's something you're interested in, you could always check out the ones I've did in the past. Stay tuned for more. But Proverbs 19:22. What is desired in a man is kindness, and a poor man is better than a liar. See, we talk about, as I said before, that the Bible calls men to be strong, and we talk about masculine traits as strong and even sometimes dominant, or somebody who is able to win a fight is considered more masculine, or somebody who can lead troops out to war is considered more masculine. And I think that's a great thing. I think men should be strong. Men should lift weights and be prepared to fight somebody if they need to, because that's definitely not a woman's responsibility. But when we focus so much on those character traits that are considered traditionally masculine and sort of macho man-esque, when we focus on those to the neglect of some of the other things that God calls us to, this is when we become masculine in the worldly sense, the toxic masculinity, when we become so strength without kindness becomes domineering, right? Taking control over people. And you've seen it before from Christians and non-Christians alike. There are just certain people who like to be in control, and this is considered like domineering. We don't want to be that. We want to be godly. We want to be Christ-like. And Christ did not come to be served, but to serve, and He gave His life a ransom for many. So if we want to be Christ-like in our masculinity, the Bible says what is desired in a man is kindness. And that word actually in the Hebrew is hesed, which is the same word that is used for God's covenant love. It is a love and a kindness that God has promised to us through His covenant that will not be removed from us, right? He will never leave us or forsake us. He has a covenant, loyal love that He has promised to us, and He desires the same thing from us in return. In the way that we treat our families, in the way that we treat the people around us, God desires us to be loyal and kind to them. And so a lot of times we can mix up the words nice and kind. And I like to make a distinction that nice is like, it's almost like a flavor that comes off when you speak to somebody, or just when they're around you and they say, oh, he's a nice person, because you flavor yourself in a way that is pleasant to be around, which isn't a bad thing, right? I mean, it's definitely not a sin to be nice. But kindness is just deeper than that, because I believe that kindness has that level of like, kindness starts with being nice, but then in those moments when you have to say a difficult thing, you have to tell somebody something that they don't want to hear, that's kindness, because what it really boils down to is you are putting their needs above your own. And that is the opposite of what the world considers to be masculine, because the world considers masculine to be like collecting, like I'm just collecting all these treasures for myself and all these things, whether it's women, cars, money, clothes, whatever it is. That is what is considered by many to be masculine, and the Bible says the opposite, because kindness is a self-sacrificial The hesed, the loyal covenant love, is self-sacrificial. I mean, think about how God made this covenant with us by sacrificing himself, by laying his own life down. This is what we are called to do every day with our lives, is to lay it down for others. This is kindness. This is what God desires in a man. Not collecting, not only masculine strength without kindness, but he desires us to be kind and love others the way that Jesus loved us. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like, and if you're looking forward to more content that is aimed towards encouraging you to use your God-given masculinity for his glory and for the greater good of those around you, then subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Deuces.